Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is another exciting end of the semester performances for Vedic Academy Sunday School at ISKCON Silicon Valley. And we have an array of beautiful performances by the children today. And we're going to have the little kids perform first. Of course, it's all recorded. And yeah, hopefully next year we will actually have live performances again as pre-COVID. We've had a whole big range of devotees who have worked very hard behind teaching the kids and also for all these performances. And so I'm deeply, deeply indebted to each one of them. And we're going to get started off with the Kanha class. Kanha class is actually kids between 0 to 2 years old. So as soon as they become 3, then they move to Damodar. So we're going to get started. And I would request the Kanha teachers to just give an introduction of what was covered this year and what are we supposed to expect in the performance. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Shishika Prabhu and Nirakla Mataji and all devotees. Hare Krishna, can you hear me now? Okay, Kana class kids has from like 0 to 3 years. For this semester, we taught them about Radharani and her friends. In that Ashtasakis, we taught 2 songs, and we also introduced some colors by teaching Krishna colors. We have some bhajans and crafts that details will be told by Sitaran Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vaisheshko Prabhuji and Nirukla Mataji, Sukeshwari Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji and all the devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. In our Klana class, we taught Ashtasakis and Radharani, Ashtasakis of Radharani and her friends. They are 8 friends. And also we introduced
Mataji, we are not able to hear you.
Oh, I'm talking in mute, I think. Did you hear nothing, anything till now?
Yes, we heard you beginning, but just at the end we missed. So now we can hear you.
Oh, maybe I pressed the button. Sorry for that. So in our Kana class, we taught them Ashtasakis and Krishna colors and some craft. I taught them the kids the craft, especially in craft we focused on the fine motor skills. They are small children. In this age they will develop the fine motor, so we more focus on the fine motor skills with using the crayons and some stickers. We use some craft, and the craft we peel some stickers and they peeled themselves and they are sticking on that paper. And while doing coloring, we also introducing some simple vocabulary. Like while doing coloring, they will scrubbing the upside or up, down, left or right, and we have to color in the circular motion. This vocabulary we introducing them. Next time regarding the bhajans and songs, while practicing the songs and bhajan, we also introducing the number counting till 10. So before starting the bhajan, we fold the fingers and starting with the counting till 8 or 10. We use all the 10 fingers, and then we start the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and some bhajan. The kids were very patiently waiting for the till count 10, and they started Hare Krishna Mantra and with clapping. This clapping things also, it will improve her fine motor skills and the music sense also. They can feel it. That in that way we explain everything. And you see in the final presentation, the kids were performing Ashtasakis, Radharani and friends. Some kids sang the song. All kids performing very well. We are so happy, and thank you so much, Sukeshwari Mataji and all the devotees for this wonderful service. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Sitarani Mataji. Thank you so much, Saubhagya. Both of you have done a fantastic job, and we're super, super happy. And I can see that I actually got to see a little bit of the beautiful performance, and I don't want to wait anymore. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get started with the Kanha class.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Lalita stays with Radhe, 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 Radhe. Vishakha dresses Radhe, 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 Radhe.
Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
What is the color of Krishna's skin?
Well,
Blue. Siddhant, what is the color of Krishna's hair?
but,
And what is the color of Krishna's teeth?
but,
Very good. And what is the color of Krishna's flute?
bone,
Very good. And what is the color of Krishna's cheek? Cheeks?
pink,
Very good. What is the color of Krishna's lips?
red,
Very good. And what is the color of Krishna's tulsi? Tulsi leaf?
pink,
Very good. And what is the color of Krishna's bracelet?
white,
Gold.
gold,
Very good. And what is the color of Krishna's flute?
bone,
Very good. Good job, Siddhant. Siddhant, what is the color of Krishna's dhoti?
yellow,
Yellow.
Mataji, are you on mute?
I'm so sorry. Thank you all. That was a beautiful presentation. And now we're going to watch Ashtasati.
Mataji.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you.
Yeah. So now it's going to be a beautiful performance by the same little kids on Ashtasati songs. So here we go.
Lalita, Ujaka, Sudini, Nanga Devi, Chika, Shakalika, Dinkavita, Ingale, Kaltis, Oiti, Chandaji, Yadarani.
Siddhant, let's count Radha Devi's friend. How many friends Radha Devi has?
Then good.
Count. One Lalita,
Duchak,
two Vishakha,
Nanga Devi,
three Ranga Devi,
Pusham Polota,
5
Jita Devi,
Chitra Devi, 6,
Indika,
and then next
7,
Huh?
Devi,
Shu Devi, and then next.
Twinda.
Oh, 8 Tung Vidya.
What
She is
did they
good.
do?
What do they? What do they do?
I did it.
Lalita.
That was another beautiful thing. And now we're actually going to quickly look at the beautiful crafts that these kids did. And I want to make sure that I want to thank Sitarani Mataji for teaching the crafts for all the kids. And I'm going to share my screen again. That was beautiful, right? I was just wondering, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah. I was just wondering that how wonderful it is to teach kids since they're very young with wonderful impressions of who Krishna is and how to use, simple things that we do every day in the service of Krishna. Like they showed in the beautiful song, how to feed Krishna, how to get, make garlands for Krishna. These impressions really remain. And also, developmentally, language development is so amazing in this little kids that we're exposing to them to the right things. And I just want to thank Saubhagya Mataji and Sitarani Mataji for all their hard work. Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Now we're going to move over to the next group. That's Damodar group. And I want to mention that Damodar is actually, as soon as the kids are in Kanha class, they actually move out. As soon as they become 3, they actually move on to the next group, that's Damodar. That is from the age of 3 to 5 years old of age. And I'm going to share, before I get started, I want to request Mukta Mataji and any other teachers who are from Damodar group, if they are there, if they could give an introduction. Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna dear Vaishika Prabhu and Niragala Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Sukeshwari Mataji and Daseshwari Mataji, for giving this opportunity to teach these wonderful little kids. So this semester for Damodar class, we have taught them about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, childhood pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this class, they have learned who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and why he has come here, and how Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught everyone to chant Hare Krishna, and he gave the holy names of Krishna to the people of this world. And they have heard the beautiful pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, childhood pastimes. And through that pastimes, we try to teach the kids like how it is mercy of Krishna that he is coming here and he's showering his blessings on all his devotees and showing his wonderful pastimes. I think Premlata Mataji, are you there? Yes. So I would like to thank Premlata Mataji so much because we missed our dear Jai Shri Radhe Mataji for music this year. And as soon as I asked Premlata Mataji, she was like quickly ready to teach the music, and like very wonderfully she taught the bhajan to our Damodar kids. And like she's a very beautiful, she has very beautiful voice and she taught it very nicely. So Premlata Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and all Matajis. Thank you for giving me this opportunity for teaching the kids. It was really very nice experience for me to teach the small kids bhajan. I really liked it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mukta Mataji. Thank you so much, Premlata Mataji, for being there. Immediate help. Thank you so much. We have
And,
wonderful time having you. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
So I think Brajavilasini Mataji has not joined. And Brajavilasini Mataji taught very beautiful crafts to all these kids. And then Keli Kunji Kumari and Manjula Kanta Mataji and Kalakili Mataji, they were like backup for our class. Whenever like Brajavilasini Mataji was not there, they happily joined and they taught all the crafts to our kids. So I really want to thank them as well. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. And so Damodar class wouldn't have been possible without Mukta Mataji, Premlata Mataji, and Brajavilasni Mataji, Anuradha Mataji, who was helping in coordination, Keli Kunjakumari and Manjula Kanta. We really, really want to thank each one of you. And we're about to get started. I'm just going to share my screen. We're going to get started with Nimai accepting offerings. So as Mataji said, the class actually did a wonderful learning about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
500 years ago, Lord Krishna appeared in Navdeep Dham as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give Krishna Prema and teach people the chanting of the holy names. When he was a child, people of the Navadvip Dham called him Nimai. As a child, Nimai was very naughty and performed his wonderful pastimes. One day, Nimai was crying. Nimai's father, Jagannath Mishra, asked,
What happened to Nimai? Why is he crying?
But Nimai was still crying. To pacify Nimai, Jagannath Mishra showed him stars and moon. By looking at the moon, Nimai was asking, Give, give. And Sachimata said,
How can we take the moon, Nimai?
By hearing this, Nimai started to cry loudly. And by hearing the cry of Nimai, all the neighboring people came to pacify Nimai. The only remedy for Nimai's crying was to chant the holy name of Lord. They all chanted to pacify Nimai.
One day, in spite of loud chanting Lord Hari's name, Nimai continued crying. One devotee asked Nimai, Pichaya, what do you want? Stop crying. We will get whatever you want. Then Nimai said, If you want to save my life, then go to the houses of my dear devotees, Jagadish and Hiranya Pandit. I want to eat their offerings, then only I will become healthy. Jagadish and Hiranya Pandit were topmost devotees of the Lord and close friends of Jagannath Mishra. When they heard the Lord's request, they were filled with joy.
Two devotees thought, How does this child know we have made so many offerings? He is certainly Lord Hari. The two devotees took all the offerings to Nimai's house and said, Take all the offerings we have made for the Lord. By doing so, our desire to satisfy Lord Krishna will be fulfilled. Nimai accepted their offerings and enjoyed eating, and all the devotees were watching Nimai accepting the offerings from his two beloved devotees. After eating the prasadam, Nimai became happy and he started to chant in ecstasy. All the devotees joined with Nimai to chant the holy names of Lord Krishna. This is how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, described in all Vedas and Puranas, performed his transcendental pastimes, only seen and understood by his fortunate and confidential associates.
That was beautiful. How nice to know so much about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And these kids are really small. They're only about 3-year-olds. And you can imagine that from the age of 3, they're actually talking about who Nimai was and getting to know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is actually a PhD topic. So let's continue to hear about a beautiful bhajan on Mahaprabhu. And I'm just going to share the screen, and there you go.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Bhaja Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Laha Gaura Kirunamare, Jai Jana Gaurango, Bhaje, Shiho Amar Pranare. Bhaja Gaurango, Gaurango, La Gaurangera Namare, Jai Jana Gaurango, Bhaje, Sneho Amar Pranare. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Laha Gaurangera Namare. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, say ho Amara Pranare. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Laha Gaurangira Namare. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Laha Gaurangira Namare. Jai Jana Gaurango Bhaje, say ho Amara Pranare. Jai Jana Gaurango Bhaje, say ho Amara Pranare. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Laha Gaurangiru Namare. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Shehaya Pranare. Gauranga Bolia, Dubahu Tulia, Nachaya Nachaya Vedare. Gauranga Bajile, Gauranga Jopile, Hoy to Kero Abasanare. Gauranga Bolia, Dubahu Tulia, Nachaya Nachaya Vedare. Gauranga Bajile, Gauranga Jopile, Hoy to Kero Abasanare. Gauranga Bajia, Dubahu Tulia, Nachia Nachia Vedore. Gauranga Bajie, Gauranga Japile, Hoy Dukera Besanare. Gauranga Bolia, Dubahu Tulia, Nachia Nachia Vedore. Gauranga Bajile, Gauranga Japile, Hoy Dukera Besanare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Japa Hare Krishna, Lesi Hari ka naam Hare, Jag ke sare kaamon mein yahi aaye tere kaam Hare. Bhaja Hare Krishna, Japa Hare Krishna, Le Shri Hari ka naam Hare, जग के सारे नामों में यही आय तेरे काम रे.
Give me 1 second.
Sorry, Sukeshwari Mataji got disconnected, so she's joining back. Sorry for that.
Hare Krishna, so sorry. I had a total disconnect here. Mukta Mataji, I'm going to make you the host. I'm going to make a couple of you. Ankit,
Also
Prabhu,
make
can you please
Premlata Mataji co-host, so maybe she can also share. Mataji, do you have the presentation with you?
Yeah, 1 second. Ankit,
I had it. So
so sorry. I know, actually, I don't know, Ankit Prabhu is there?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Ankit Prabhu, you got, like, you are a host now, so can you please make Sukeshwari Mataji host or co-host?
So sorry.
Hare
for the
Krishna.
delay.
It's frozen screen.
oh really?
I'm going to call Prabhu Mataji. Yeah. Mataji, so you will know, oh, because you cannot share. Okay, I get you. Yeah, give me 1 second.
I think Brajavilasini Mataji is here. So till the time we are connecting to our presentation. So Brajavilasini Mataji, you can introduce about our crafts.
Haribol, can everybody hear me?
Yes, Mataji,
Haribol?
we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so
Um,
Brajavilasini Mataji is here. So she is the craft teacher for our Damodar class. Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, everybody. So for Damodar class this semester, we were doing the pastimes of Nimai and considering the age group. So we did some fun crafts related to the content that we were doing. And I'm hoping all the kids have enjoyed all the crafts. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next semester. Haribol.
Haribol.
Prabhuji is joining back. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Ankit Prabhu is not there probably.
Mataji, shall I share the performance from my computer?
We are not host, Mataji,
No,
so we
the
cannot
problem
share.
is you're not able to share because you're not the co-host. I should have made you the co-host before. So sorry. Mataji, how about you can engage the kids just by saying a story? And I'm talking to Raman Sakha Prabhu. He's going to make me the co-host. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Can you just engage them? Maybe you can do a little bhajan or say a story. Just give us a couple
Yes.
minutes. Raman Sakha Prabhu is logging in again. So sorry for the confusion.
Yes, Mataji.
Should we just chant Hare Krishna?
Yes, please, Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Sukeshwar Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, I'm making you the host again.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll make couple
Please
of
make sure
co-hosts.
that you make someone else as a co-host.
Also. Yeah. Sorry for
Okay.
that. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay,
Done,
so-
Mataji, you're the host now.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Yeah. Mukta Mataji, I just made you the co-host. You can start sharing. In the meantime, I'll make sure I make a few more co-hosts.
Yes, Mataji. I will try to share from my screen. Premlata Mataji, can you share from your screen? Are you co-host? Check. I'm just finding the presentation.
Am I the co-host? Let me check. Yeah.
Yes,
clicked.
Mataji.
Let me share once again. So. One minute, Mataji. So should I?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Share screen.
Share with audio, Mataji.
How? Where is that option, Mataji? Yeah.
When you are sharing,
Mataji,
Mataji,
I can- give me 1 second. Yeah, I can. Oh,
Can you,
okay.
can you see now, Mataji?
yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
okay. Go ahead a little bit, Mataji.
3 minutes
Hare
ahead.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
You can forward it, Mataji, little bit.
Right?
Yeah, 3 minutes. Till Arna.
And also, Mataji, make it full screen.
And share on big screen, Mataji. Expand your screen.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Mataji, the next one, not the picture in picture, the next one which is as a full square.
Hare Hare, Raja Hare Krishna, Japa Hare
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Krishna, Desi Hare Krishna, Hare Jag ke sare amo mein rahi, Aaya tere kaam re. Raja Hare Krishna, Japa Hare Krishna, Le Shri Hari ka naam le, जग के सारे नामों में यही आय तेरे कान रे. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Bol.
Yeah, that's it from the Damodar Bhajan.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. That was beautiful. And I'm really sorry that we had a little bit technical issue in between. I know we really hope that next year we are not doing it on Zoom.
Yeah.
And our COVID could be gone and we all can meet in the temple and can actually directly perform. That was a beautiful rendition. I really loved. I felt that almost every child there had such a beautiful voice. I mean, just amazing. Thank you, thank you. And I really
Yeah.
want to thank the team, Damodar, Mukta Mataji, Premlata Mataji, for teaching them so beautifully. Premlata Mataji, thank you. You are a hidden gem for music, which I didn't know. Thank you, Mukta Mataji, for finding that out. And I want to thank Prajavilasni Mataji for teaching the crafts, and Anuradha Mataji for coordinating everything, and also Keli Kunjakumari and Manju Akanta. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we would like to thank all the parents, Mataji, because they took a lot of efforts for this recording. And they did everything we have asked, like for buying the curtains and everything. And they were like so cooperating for making videos and sending it. So thank you so much, all the parents and for the kids.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Team Damodar. Hari Bol. Now we're going to go to Gopinath. Palika Mataji, I already made you the co-host. So you can start sharing, Mataji. And Ananya Radhika Mataji, I've also made you the co-host for the music for Gopinath. Thank you, Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Gopinath, the class. Our main teacher was Harikata Devi Dasi, and then we had also Divya Kumari Devi Dasi and myself on the curriculum side, and the art was supported by Matangi Mataji and Manjula Kanta Mataji. Our music teacher is always sweet Ananya Radhika Mataji, who did bhajan for us. So we will first start with the bhajan. Mataji, bhajan is in the drive, so let me see if I can do it from here.
Yes, Mataji, bhajan is in the drive.
It's in the drive, yeah. So I'll share.
Jeev jago, Gora Chandra bole, Kota nit maya, पिशाचिरकोले जीव जागो और चंद बोले कोतानेन्द्र जा माया
Mataji cannot listen. Oh, I see that Palika Mataji is also frozen. Ananya Radhika Mataji, you can go ahead and share your screen, please.
Okay, let me try, Mataji.
I know this has been a pretty rough internet.
Yeah,
So sorry. This is such a beautiful song of Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago. And as we wake up the souls from their sleep on the lap of Maya in the material world, and to wake them up to go back to the spiritual world, we hear the Gopinath kids rendering such a so beautifully singing, and also making sure that sometimes kids remind us of what we have to do in our lives. So that was beautiful. So Ananya Radhika Mataji is actually the teacher for Gopinath music. Well, she's our only music teacher we have in Sunday school. She teaches Gopinath, she teaches Madan Mohan, she teaches Kaishwara, and she also teaches youth club. So thank you, Ananya Radhika Mataji, for all your hard work and complete
Sorry,
dedication to
Mataji, I
teaching
think
the
I
kids
just
at
got kicked out
ISV.
of the meeting.
Are you able to share, Mataji?
Sorry, Mataji, I just got kicked out of the meeting. I don't know, maybe poor internet that I was facing from morning. It's in the
Haribo,
drive.
Ananya Radhika Mataji, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear. I think Palika Mataji was saying something.
Yeah, please go.
Yeah. So shall I do the screen share or Palika
Yeah,
Mataji?
please, Mataji, you can do the
Yes, yes.
screen share.
Okay, let me try.
जीव जागो गौरा चंद्र बोले कोतानित जा माया पिशाची
Mataji, we cannot hear the song.
Is it audible?
Now audible, yeah.
Okay, so.
गौरा चंद्र बोले पोतानी द्रजाओ माया पिशाची रखोले बबोलिया से संसारा बितारे बोलिया रोहिले तोमी हवे द्यारबारे भरी बुद्धुलिया इसे संसारा बितारे भूलिया रोहिले Body babolia iche samsara pitare bolia rohile tumi avidya rabba re tomare lovite ami होइनु अवतारा आमी पिन बंधुआर के आचे तुम्हारा तुम्हारे नीते होइनु अवतारा आमी पिन बंधुआरा के आचे तुम्हारा तुम्हारे लोहिते आमी होइनु अवतार आमी बिना बंधु आर के आचे तुम्हारा जीव जागो गौरा चंद्र बोले પોતાની દ્રજા માયા પિસાચી રકોલે એને ચિયાવ શાદી માયા નાશીવારો લાગી હરિના મહામંત્રા લાવ તુમી માગી શાદી માયા નસીબારો લાગી હરિનામ મહામંત્ર લાઓ તો મી માગી એની ઔષધિ માયા નસીરા બોલાગી હરિનામ મહામંત્ર લાઓ તો મી માગી એની ઔષધિ માયા નસીબારો લાગી હરિનામ મહામંત્ર લાઉ તુમે માગી ભક્તિ વિનોદા પ્રભુ ચરણે પોદિયા સે હરિ નામ મંત્ર લોઈ લો માગિયા પકતે વિનોદા પ્રભુ ચરણે પોદિયા સે હરે નામ મંત્ર લોઈ લો માગિયા ભક્તિ વિનોદા પ્રભુ ચરણે પરિયા સે હરે રામ મંત્ર લોવી લો માગિયા ભક્તિ વિનોદા પ્રભુ ચરણે પરિયા સે હરિ નામ મંત્ર લોઈ લો માગિયા જીવ જાગો ગૌરા ચંદ્ર
Okay, so that was Gopinath performance of bhajan. I hope you like them singing. This is the youngest class that I teach. Some of them are as young as 6 years and some are a little higher. So they have tried their best. I have, and I had a great experience teaching them this beautiful bhajan. But my experience this time with this group of Gopinath kids was they were so enthusiastic. I call them a rock star because everywhere I see them practicing Jeev Jago song in the temple parking lot, in the prasadam line, while playing with each other. This Aradhya, Gopi Priya, Vraja, they have made a group. These girls have made a group, and they actually keep singing Jeev Jago. Especially, I don't know if it is just with me. Whenever they see me, they start singing, or they just sing like that. Anvaya and others, I've seen them everywhere, especially when they see me, loudly they start singing Jeev Jago. So they have really practiced it. So they have put their lot of effort that I can vouch for. I've seen them putting their effort. So, and thank you, Divya Kumari Mataji. She made this video at the last moment. She's not so well. She has her own health problems, but she made this video very nicely. So thank you very much, Divya Kumari Mataji, for doing this, and all the Gopinath teachers. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ananya Radhika Mataji. I don't know how we would be able to do anything without you in our music. We are super indebted. Well, I have a whole another set of thing, and I will do everything together. Thank you, thank you. Glorifying you will probably never end. Thank you, Mataji. Can I ask you for one request? Can you make Palika Mataji a co-host and myself a co-host too, please?
Co-host cannot make it as a co-host, Mataji. I checked it up. So,
Yeah.
but Ananya Radhika Mataji can still help us because there is another video, Shloka Mataji, in the same drive. Could you play that?
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, sure.
Ramansaka Prabhu, if you're listening to us, can you make both of us also co-host, please?
Mataji, I can tell Prabhu to make. I'm at the temple.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji, because we've been having internet connection problems and we're dropping, and that's why we are losing our co-hostship.
Sure. I'll let Prabhu know.
Thank you, Mataji. And Ananya Radhika Mataji, in the meantime, you can get started sharing with the
It
Gopinath
will
program.
just take me a few minutes because I'm technologically a little backward. So finding the drive again, I lost it actually. So
No worry, Mataji. Palika Mataji, maybe you can update on what all were taught this year for Gopinath kids. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji. So our main curriculum teacher was Harikatha Devidasi, and we had coming back as our session curriculum for this semester, and to introduce children to knowledge of how the soul is, how it transmigrates from body to body. There were a couple of examples from the Srimad Bhagavatam that we had chosen. We talked about the story of Putana, Chitraketu, Narada, where the stories of past life, present life, how it happened, everything was discussed, and kids could understand and relate to what a soul actually is and how it is different from the body. So that's the thing. So I can go ahead and share, Mataji.
Mataji, you're the co-host now.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you,
I'm not
Ramansaka
the
Prabhu.
co-host. Thank you so much, Mataji. So share. I hope the internet stays actually. That's the another thing.
We've all had difficulty today.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयति navani dehi. Hey Krishna everybody, I'm Vihan and I'm presenting the shloka Najayate Mriyate va kadachin Nayam bhutva bhavita va nabhuyah Ajo nityaha shashvatoyam purano Nahanyate hanyamane sharire Mamupetya punarjanma dukkaraima shashvatam Naknuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha Hare Krishna न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्या शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। अर्जुन उवाच किं तद् ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम् अधिदैवं किमुच्यते। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरं तं तं एवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः। Bhagavad Gita 8.6 Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tadbhavabhavitaha. Andakale च मामेवा स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः। हरे कृष्ण। अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्। प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भूर्मध्ये प्राणमव्येषि सम्यक् रतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम्। वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि। वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि। वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि संयाति नवानि देहि। वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि। वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। अधियज्ञा कथं कोत्र देहेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं नेयोऽसि नियतात्मभिः। अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरो विसर्गः कर्मसङ्गितः। न जाने म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। Hare Krishna, my name is Ayadhya. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I am reciting a Bhagavad Gita shloka from chapter 8. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram Yapayati samadbhavam yati nati yatra samshaya. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्रणाम आवेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषम् उपैति दिव्यम्.
The next one that we want to present is the story recitation by Gopinath Kids. So, Mataji, you can see the screen, right? You can see the screen?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, I can.
Demon Vritrasura was King Chitraketu in his previous life. King Chitraketu had many wives but no children. He got an opportunity to meet the great sage Angira. He prayed to him for a son. But by the grace of the great sage, King Chitraketu's first wife, Kritidyuti, gave birth to a son, who is the cause of happiness and lamentation. All the residents of the palace and King Chitraketu was happy.
The co-wives of Chitraketu, however, were envious of her. They made a cruel plan and administered poison to the child. King Chitraketu was overwhelmed by lamentation at his son's death. Then Narad Muni and Angira Rishi instructed the lamenting king about the Supreme Lord. King Chitraketu then engaged in the congregational chant of the glories of the Lord.
While traveling like this, King Chitraketu saw Lord Shiva embracing Parvati, surrounded by an assembly of great sages. Seeing this, the king laughed very loudly. At this, Mother Parvati became very angry at the king and cursed him to become a demon. Because of this curse, Chitraketu later pierced the demon Vritrasura. Vritrasura was born from the sacrifice performed by Twashta to confront Indra. In great fight with Indra using his thunderbolt, Indra cut off one of Vritrasura's arms. With one arm, Vritrasura fought with Indra and also instructed Indra by the Supreme Lord. After his death, Vritrasura went back home back to Godhead.
Daksha, a son of Lord Brahma, is very expert in performing sacrifices. He became very pious, but his heart was impure as he was proud of performing many sacrifices. Once, Daksha, Marichi, Vashishta arranged for a great sacrifice. Demigods like Indra, fire gods assembled there, along with their followers. Even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva were present. When Daksha entered the assembly, he was as effulgent as the sun. Everyone stood up to offer respects to him, except Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was in meditation and wasn't aware of Daksha's arrival. Daksha was offended that Lord Shiva, his son-in-law, was sitting and didn't show him any respect. On the pretext of speaking about good manners and the culture of respect, Daksha spoke sharp words and criticized Lord Shiva. Later, Lord Brahma appointed Daksha as the chief of all Prajapatis. Daksha became even more proud. He arranged for another sacrifice. This time he didn't invite his own daughter Sati or Lord Shiva. Although Lord Shiva warned Sati not to go, she did not listen and went to the sacrifice. When Sati went to her father's house, she was not received by him. She also understood Daksha's envy for Lord Shiva. Sati was angry and sorrowful. She gave up her body to give up her relationship with Daksha. Knowing this, Lord Shiva became extremely angry. He snatched a strand of his hair and dashed it to the ground. From that came a powerful demon named Virabhadra. He destroyed the sacrificial arena and beheaded Daksha. Beheading Daksha and setting fire to the whole arena, he departed for Kailash. Lord Brahma pacified Lord Shiva. Shiva gave Daksha a goat's head. Daksha, through his goat's head, offered prayers to Lord Shiva and he was forgiven. In the next life, Sati took birth again as Ambika. She was born as the daughter of Mena and the king of Himalayas. Ambika again accepted Lord Shiva as her husband. Daksha takes birth as the son of the Prachetas. His name was Daksha again. Krishna tended cows with a lot of care. Each cow had its own name, and Krishna would call them with love. Hearing Krishna calling their names, the cows would immediately respond by mooing. Sridhama, Subala, and Stoka Krishna addressed Krishna and Balarama with great love and affection. Dear Balarama, you are very powerful. Your arms are very strong. Dear Krishna, you are very expert in killing all kinds of disturbing demons. Dear Krishna and Balarama, there is a tall forest nearby which is full of ripe palm fruits. There is a donkey demon, Dhenukasura, surrounded by similar demon friends. All of them are very strong. No one enters Kalavan forest because of the fear of being killed by this demon. Not even animals go there. No birds are living there. They have all left. The friends say, Dear Balarama, if you like, let's all go and enjoy those tasty fruits. The aroma of fruit is spreading everywhere now. Don't you smell it from here? Krishna, Balaram and the friends enter Talavana. Upon entering, Balaram begins to yank the tree, exhibiting the strength of an elephant. Because of the jerking, all the ripe fruits fell down to the ground. Because of the falling fruits, the demon shouted loudly, came in all directions, and attacked Krishna, Balaram, and the friends. Seeing the demons, the coward boys stood there laughing with Krishna and Balaram. Absorbed in laughter, Balaram could not pay attention, and Dhenuka struck him with his two hind legs. The next time the demon approached to kick again, Balaram grabbed him, wheeled him around and threw him into the treetops. While being wheeled around, the demon lost his life. The other donkey demons wanted to retaliate and avenge the death of their friend, but Krishna and Balaram, in the exact same way, wheeled them around and killed all of them. Amazingly, after Dhenukasura was killed in this way, there manifested a beautiful dark form dressed in yellow garments and wearing a garland of forest flowers. Immediately, a beautiful chariot appeared, moving as fast as the mind. The chariot was 8 miles long, carrying 100,000 associates of the Lord, with 1,000 flags, 1,000 wheels, 1,000 horses, replete with 100,000 chamaras, and decorated with many jewels and bells and tinkling ornaments. The demon circumambulated the two lords, then got up on the chariot and went to the planet of the Lord, Goluka, which is far beyond the material realm. Past life of Dhenukasura. In the past, Dhenukasura was Sahasika, son of King Bali. Sahasika means bold, powerful. He was arrogant too. One time when Sahasika was enjoying with women on Gandhamandana mountain, the trance of the tinkling ornaments and musical instruments broke the trance of Durvasa Muni, who was in a cave nearby. Because of this disturbance, Durvasa became angry, left the cave, and cursed Sahasika. He said, You fool! Ass-like person, become an ass. After 4,000 years, you will attain liberation in the sacred forest of Talavan by Lord Balaram's hand. Thus, Dhenukasura was born. Bharat Maharaja was a very great king. He was the senior most son of the incarnation of Krishna himself, Rishabdeva. Bharat Maharaj was such a fearless ruler of this world and such a selfless, compassionate king that the entire planet Earth was under his rule. It is described that although he ruled the kingdom and dealt with all the situations and all the problems, he had such a simple and a pure heart that he was internally always thinking how best to serve Krishna. And therefore, when he found that his children were old enough to take over the kingdom, he left his beautiful wife, he left his beautiful throne, he left his royal kingdom and left off for the forest. Bharat Maharaj left his kingdom behind and to live in the forest, eating only raw fruits, berries and herbs, and living with nothing but tree bark. On the bank of Gandaki river, he lived a life of severe penance for his purification. One day, a deer was chased by a ferocious tiger. The deer was pregnant and wanted to run away. So the deer wanted to hump over the Gandaki river, and as she jumped, the ferocious tiger started to roar. Out of fear, the deer had a miscarriage and the mother died. For it. He thought there's no one on earth that could save this deer except him. He took the deer in his loving hands and protected it. Eventually, Bharat Maharaj became attached to the deer. He could not concentrate his mind upon the Lord. He always worried about the deer like a mother. When the deer would not return home on time, he would constantly be waiting for him. And naturally, at the time of death, he thought about this deer. Although Bharat Maharaj was awarded the body of a deer, he did not forget what his previous life's mistake was. He was very anxious to get out of his deer body, and his affection for devotional service was intensified. In the body of a deer, Bharat Maharaj began to lament, "What misfortune! I have fallen from the path of self-realization. I gave up my real son's wife and home to advance in spiritual life, and I took shelter in a solitary holy place in the forest. I became self-controlled and engaged in constantly devotional service. Yet, due to my own foolishness, my mind again became attached to a deer. Now I have in the body of a deer and fallen far from my devotional practices." He went to the ashram of Pulacha and Pulaha. After leaving the body of a deer, he took birth as Jadabharata. In his third birth, he had complete awareness of his previous two births. As Jadabharat remembered his past, he completely disguised himself as a madman. He never took bath. He never washed his skin. His hair was matted. Nails were long, and his Brahman's head was black. His parents tried to teach him, but nothing was learned by him. His brothers troubled him. It made him stand like a scarecrow. One day, King Raghunath's servants forced him to carry the pageant queen. But the king remarked that the pageant queen wasn't carried evenly and spoke to Jadabharat with unkind words. Jadabharat told the king about the truth of the self. The king understood that Jadabharat was a saint in disguise and fell at the feet of Jadabharat. When Bharat Maharaj and Jadabharat left the body, he returned to the spiritual world and got free from the bonding of birth and death. Long ago, there were two sages named Ashwashira and Vedashira. While traveling, Ashwashira came to this beautiful forest in the mountains where Vedashira was living. Ashwashira thought This place would be nice for performing his austerities. He expressed his desire to live there. Vedashira became little proud and envious. He refused, saying that this place is not big enough for both of us. Arguments happened between the two sages, resulting that Ashvashira cursing Vedashira that you are envious, you will become a serpent. Vedashira counter-cursed Ashvashira that you will become a crow. This Vedashira took birth as Kaliya, the son of Kashyapa and Kadru. Within river Yamuna, there was a great lake, and in that lake, black serpent Kaliya used to live. Because of his poison, the whole area was contaminated and emanated poisonous vapors 24 hours. If a bird flies over Yamuna, it will immediately die and fall down into the river. Due to poisonous vapors, all the trees and even the grass on the bank of Yamuna had all dried up. Lord Krishna saw the effect of the great serpent's poison. The whole river ran before Vrindavan was now deadly. Lord Krishna, desiring to punish Kaliya, jumped into the lake. He started dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. The demigods came and started to play their musical instruments. Then Lord Krishna started to play more ecstatically. It was a big concert. Releasing poisonous rays from his eyes, Kaliya would occasionally dare to raise one of his hoods, which would breathe heavily in anger. Kaliya had 101 prominent hoods. When one of them would not bow down, Lord Krishna would smash that stubborn head with his feet. Kaliya's wives prayed to Lord Krishna. Krishna ordered them to go back in the ocean. After their life, Kaliya attended Goloka as Krishna's servant. The previous wife, Narada Muni, was the son of a maid servant who was serving in the ashram of a Brahmana. Once, during the 4 months of the rainy season, several Brahmanas were residing in the ashrama. Narada's mother was assigned to take care of their needs during their stay. Narada, a 5-year-old boy, would also help his mother in serving them. Whenever the sages discussed the pastimes of Lord Krishna, Narada would eagerly listen. This increased his taste for hearing. Once, with their permission, he took their remnants, which destroyed all his sins. At the end of the rainy season, the holy men left for other holy places. One day, Narada Muni's mother went out at night to milk a cow. A snake bit on her leg and she died. The 5-year-old boy took this as the special mercy of the Lord and started further north. He passed through many flourishing metropolises, towns, villages, animal farms, mines, valleys, flower gardens, nursery gardens, and natural forests. Thus traveling, he felt very thirsty and hungry. He took a bath and drank water in the river lake and got relief from exhaustion. He sat underneath a banyan tree and began meditating upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead as taught by the sages. As soon as to meditate upon the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, the Lord appeared on the lotus of his heart and spoke, "O Narada, I regret that during this lifetime you will not be able to see me anymore. Those who are incomplete in service and who are not completely free from all material things can hardly see me." Narada traveled all over the earth, chanting the glories of the Lord, fully satisfied, humble and non-envious. Being freed from all attachments, he met with death. In the next day of Brahma, when Brahma awoke to create the universe, again by the will of the Lord, Narada appeared along with the other rishis like Marichi, Angira and Atri.
Long ago, in another kalpa, there was a Gandharva known as Upavahana who was very respected by the other Gandharvas. He had a beautiful face, attractive body, and was decorated with flower garlands, sandalwood pulp. Once there was a Sankirtan festival to glorify the Supreme Lord in an assembly of the demigods. Gandharvas and Apsaras were invited by the Prajapatis to take part in it. Being invited to the festival, Upavahana also joined. Being surrounded by women, Upavahana began musically singing the glories of the demigods. Because of the great demigods in charge of affairs of the universe cursed him in these words: "Because you have committed an offense, you may immediately become a Shudra, devoid of beauty." Thus, he was born as a son to a maid servant and achieved perfection of life.
Vrindavan is a beautiful place. It is filled with birds, animals, and flowers. Throughout the forest there are many waterfalls, clear lakes dotted with colorful blooming lotus flowers. The air is filled with sweet scent of the flowers and the songs of the birds. The peacock are crowing and dancing happily. The deer wander peacefully throughout the forest. The croaking of the frogs add to of the forest, making it even more pleasant. Krishna and Balaram wander in the beautiful forest of Vrindavan along with their cowherd boyfriends and cows every day. Sometimes they play blind man's buff. They would imitate the animals and birds.
One day, a demon, Pralambasur, while they were playing, sneaked into the forest. He was thinking of a plan to kidnap Krishna and Balaram. Krishna called all his friends and said, "Today we are going to play a new game. Let's divide into two equal groups and fight against each other in pairs." Krishna welcomed Pralambasur by including him in the game. While they played, some of the boys took care of the cows. Half of the boys took side of Krishna along with Pralambasur. The others took side of Balaram. The losers have to carry the winners.
Krishna's team lost the game and they had to carry the winners in Balarama's team. Krishna carried Sridama. Pralambasura, who was pretending as a cowherd boy, carried Balarama. Vishaba carried Bhadrasena. In order to avoid the company of Krishna, Pralambasura carried Balarama far from him. He started changing his form to a demon. Balarama wondered how this cowherd boy was changing. He became furious and struck the demon's head with his hard fist, just as Indra strikes a mountain with his thunderbolt weapon. Being stricken by the fist of Balarama, the demon fell down dead. Who was Pralambasura in his previous life?
Once the Yaksha king Kuvera wanted to worship Lord Shiva. He ordered his followers to make a beautiful garden with special flowers in the Chaitarada forest. When some of these flowers were stolen, Kuvera uttered a curse. Any demigod or human that takes any of these flowers will become a demon. Once a Gandharva named Vijay, son of Huhu, was walking on a pilgrimage to many holy places singing Lord Vishnu's glories. Finally, he came to Chaitarada forest. Unaware of the curse, the Gandharva with Veena in his hand took some of the Sumana flowers. At once, he left his Gandharva body and became a demon, Pralamba. Pralamba immediately took shelter from Kuvera. Kuvera blessed him, saying that at the end of Dwapar Yuga, you will attain liberation in Lord Balarama's hands. Like this, the Gandharva attained liberation. Thank you.
Once the Lord incarnated as Vamanadev to rescue Indra and restore his position in heaven. The Lord visited the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj, Ratnamala. The daughter of Bali Maharaj looked at Vamanadev and felt, "What a wonderful boy! I wish I was his mother so I could feed him." Vamanadev, in understanding her heart, blessed her that whatever she was desiring in that moment will be fulfilled, because Bali Maharaj was his pure devotee. Bali Maharaj promised 3 steps of charity to Vamanadev, but Vamanadev covered the whole entire world in 1 step and the upper planetary systems in the 2nd step. There was no space for Vamanadev to put the 3rd step. As Bali Maharaj failed to fulfill his promise, he was bound in ropes.
Seeing her father tricked, Ratnamala became angry at Vamanadev. Her feelings of love turned into hatred. Looking at the Lord, she thought, "If you become my son, I will not only feed you, but I will kill you." In her next life, she became Putana, and on the order of Kamsa, she set out to kill Krishna. She dressed as a beautiful woman and entered Gokula. She poisoned herself and took baby Krishna in her arms. But Krishna sucked out her life air while drinking her milk. After her death, a great chariot took Putana to Goloka Vrindavan, where she became a nurse of Krishna.
That was a beautiful performance. Thank you so much, Palika Mataji, and I just want to thank the entire Gopinath team. Harikatha Mataji, I think she was also on the call. Harikatha Mataji, Palika Mataji, Divya Kumari Mataji, and of course, I just can't thank enough our
Matangi
wonderful,
Mataji, Manjulakanta Mataji, and Ananya Radhika Mataji also Mataji.
yes, Manjula Kanta Mataji for, and I also wanted to just make sure that did we have anything for the craft before I?
I didn't present anything for the craft, Mataji.
Okay, no worry. Thank you, Mataji. I just want to make sure that we don't miss anything. Thank you so much, Matangi Mataji, for all your hard work. I'm not too sure if she's on the call, but I really want to thank Matangi Mataji for all her work and her complete sincere efforts in teaching kids the craft. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Manjula Kanta Mataji, for coordinating all the crafts this year. It's just been super helpful and so much of learning that the kids did. Thank you so much, team Gopinath. Mataji, is there anybody else that I'm missing in case anybody else has Kalika Mataji or Harika Mataji?
I think
you mentioned everybody.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. We're going to go to the next class, that is Gopal class. And we have had some kids with special needs, and they have done such a fantastic job. And I just want to go ahead and ask Palika Mataji to share the screen.
Mataji, I couldn't find the folder, Mataji.
Okay, don't worry, Mataji. Mataji, I'm going to share the screen. You're actually sharing the screen now, Mataji. Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
So today she gave
my address. So I want to make sure that I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second, Mataji. So Gopal class, actually we had some wonderful learning. We learned about different stories. We learned about Brahma, we learned about Narada. So we did several stories based on Itihasas and Puranas. And Upasana Mataji and myself were the teachers for Gopal class. And we had Sirisha Mataji, who helped with the craft. She taught them some beautiful crafts. And I'm just going to share my screen, so you will be able to see the wonderful performance by Gopal class. And I want to really thank Usha Mataji, who is Shivam's mom, who helped us create this beautiful video. Thank you.
Ajnavata, Kem Brahma, Kem Adhyatma, Kem Karama, Karasatama, Adi Bhutam, Tasindrotam, Adi Devan, Kem Osatite. Kem Brahma, Jama, Kem Karama, Purushotama, Adi Bhutam, Kem Shotam, Adi Devam, Jimuchate.
Adiyadam Kadam Kotla, Dehesmin Madhusudana, Anaya Kale Chakatak, Sneyo Silayatad Mabihi.
Tasmat Sarveshu Kalesu Mam Anusmada Yudhyacha Mayarpita Manobodya Mami Vachesa Sancham.
Shuddha Brahma Parat Paranama Kalatmaka Parameshwara Lama Jeshatalpa Sukaditeta Lama Brahmatyamala Paradita Lama
Radha Rama Kalamaga Parameshwara Rama Jeshakalpa Sukari Kritarama Rama Kirana Kula Mandana Rama Srimad Dasharatha Nandana Rama Kaushalya Sukhavardhana Rama Vishwamitra Priyadana Rama.
Brahma is born from Lord Vishnu's navel, and he always sits in the lotus flower. He has 4 heads, and he always plays to Lord Vishnu.
He is the universe with Krishna's head. He always chants Hare Krishna, goddess of Saraswati's wife of Brahma. Narada Muni. Narada was born from the mind of Brahma. Narada Muni is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Narada Muni. Narada got his Veena from Lord Krishna.
Says Narayana.
Says place.
Says
Stories.
of
Lord Vishnu stories books.
That was a beautiful performance by the children. And I really want to thank Sirisha Mataji and Upasana Mataji for all their help. And Usha Mataji again. Thank you so much, Mataji, for helping us put all of this together at the last minute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ananya Radhika Mataji, if you're ready, we can go ahead with the Madan Mohan's music. And you can start sharing your screen.
Yes,
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So Madan Mohan class is, what can I say about Madan Mohan class? It's one of the best ones, I can say, because the kids here, they are very enthusiastic, and we had a really great time with, just a minute. Yeah. We had a really great time doing this song with the Madan Mohan kids. So I'll share the screen. This presentation is done by our dear Arman. He has done, he has not only taken part in the singing of the song, he has also made the beautiful presentation that I'm going to share with all of you. And there is a background music that we have used for the kids to record on. So that background music, harmonium is played by Nimai. Kartal is played by Vedant and Krishna and Radhika, and Mridanga is played by Amara. So we have lots of kids working behind the screen, behind the scene for this. And so let's get started.
Samsara siya kayanaya vidatyarta Tomara charane asiya chiyani boli bodum kerakata Janani jatare chilama jakona Bisama bandana pase Eka bara prabhu dekadiya more vanchile edinya dase Janani jatare chilam jakon Vishama bandana pasa Eka bar prabhu dekadiya more vanchile dina dache Takona bhavinu janama paiya koribo bhajana tava janama hoilo Parimaya jale na huilo jnana lava Na bhavinu janama paya Koribo vajana tava Janama hoilo Parimaya jale na huilo jnana lava Takuna bhavinu janama paya koribo bhajana tava janama hoilo padimaya jale nahoilo jnana lava Adarare chele vachanare kole Hasya katanu kala Janaka janani Nete puya Samsara lagi nopalo Hale dina dina Malaka huya Elinu balaka soha Ara kichu dine Nyana upajilo Ata
Vedyara Gorave Brahmi Dese Dese Dana Uparjana Kori Swajana Kalana Koriye Kamene Bolinu Tomare Ari Vidyara Gaurave Brahmi Deshe Deshe Dana Uparjana Kori Swajana Kalana Koriye Kamane Bolinu Tomare Hari Bajake Kona Bakati Vinoda Kandiya Katarati Nabajiya Tore Dinabrita Gelo Ekona Ki Habegati
I'm sorry, why the audio is not playing?
Barda ke ekona bakati vinoda kandiya katara ati na bhajiya tore dinabhita gilo ekona ki habe gati
What's happened to the sound? Uh-oh, I don't know what's happening.
Mataji, switch slides.
What do you want me to do?
Mataji,
Yeah.
you switched slides.
Yeah, but the sound is going away, so I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Mataji, just go back to where you were, and we were able to hear it very well, Mataji.
Okay, let me share one more
Yeah,
time.
yeah, please. Are you having difficulty sharing, Mataji?
Uparjana Kori Swajana Kalana Koriye Kamane Bolinu Tomare Hari Bajake Kona Bakati Vinoda Kandiya Katarati Nabajiya Tore Dinabrita Gelo Ekona Ki Habegati Barda ke ekona bakati vinoda kandiya katara ati na bhajiya tore dinabhita gilo ekona ki habe gati
पदके कोना बकती विनोदा खांदिया कटाराती नवजिया तोरे दिनब्रीता गेलो एकना की हाबे गाती धाके कोना भक्ति विनोदा कालिया कातराती ना भाजिया तोरे दिन प्रेता गेलो एकोना की हाबे गती भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे आसिया पेना ना वेधता मारे चरना आशिया चियामी बोली बोधू के रखता.
Okay, so that was Madan Mohan. Sorry for the technical problems. I'm like very bad, so I needed my Prabhu to help me out with all the screen share. So yeah, that was so. Excuse me for all the all the glitches that I made, but our kids have put a lot of effort in this, and they have practiced. It's a difficult song and a Bhaktivinoda Thakur song with lot of explanations on how the Jiva soul, it's basically a journey from womb to tomb, actually. How he was in the womb and then slowly he grows and earns money. And then at old age, he's thinking how his life is a waste. So this beautiful song, it's not hard, but it's not easy also to learn the Bengali pronunciations and to sing it the Bengali way. But they have actually, to consider that they have no professional training in music. So still they have put their 100% in putting this all this together. So I'm very thankful to the kids and to the parents who have made the kids do this and send me the recordings, and we could do this all together. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. I was just thinking that you also worked very hard. You're the main person behind this whole beautiful presentation.
You're the inspiration, Mataji.
Yeah, our inspiration is Vaisheshika Prabhu. So Mataji, you can go ahead and present Kaishoras as well.
Okay.
That will actually be ending with that part. So before we go over to that, this was Madan Mohan, and Madan Mohan actually was taught by Amit Prabhu and Priyanka Mataji. And they will actually be doing a presentation for the entire Bhagavad Gita that they're learning this semester during the next, that is in May. So that is in short. And the next presentation that Anil Radhika Mataji is going to share is actually Kaishoras. And Kaishora kids actually are going to do a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful drama. So please don't miss it. The drama is going to be relayed as part of our presentation for Gratitude Fair that's coming up next week. So there's going to be tickets for the drama. Don't miss it. I want to make sure that you get your tickets as soon as possible, because you really don't want to miss these wonderful kids actually doing this drama. Okay, so we're going to get started with the Kaishoras music. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
So this is the Kaishora Bhajan. It's a very, very favorite bhajan of you also, Keshwari Mataji. Manasa Dehaga. It's very close to everyone's heart. And this is a beautiful song that all these kids, again, they are not professionally trained, but it's a hard song. It has got ups and downs and difficulties in between. But most of them are not professionally trained, but they have all put their best efforts. And as you can see the background, this is our temple parking lot, putting them, keeping them all together in one place and focusing on this song and getting it done. It was a kind of an experience, a new experience that I never had before. And it was fun. So let's see how they did on this.
Go!
Hare
Yes, so
That's beautiful. Please go ahead, Mataji.
yeah, so that was our Kaishora. So thank you all very much for watching and encouraging our kids. And yes, so that is what, and it's all, and thank you so much to Sukeshwari Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji for all the effort and all the support that I get from the both of you, and so that I can serve these devotees, these beautiful devotee kids, and give them. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this service.
Thank you so much, Ananya Radhika Mataji. As I always say, we cannot do a music at ISB without you. That was beautiful, and as you know, that was one of my favorite songs, and I was just totally into it. So thank you, Mataji. And I just want to mention that Madan Mohan group, I want to thank Amit Prabhu and Priyanka Mataji for all their hard work, and they taught kids Bhagavad Gita. And with Kaishura, it was Raseshwari Lila Mataji who actually was the teacher. And as I just said, please make sure that you don't miss out on the drama that's going to happen as a part of the gratitude fair next week. And we are going to have the tickets on sale, so don't miss it. That's very important. And coming over to Youth Club, I really want to thank Shamarupa Prabhu and the Youth Club kids already did their performance. I mean, they did their presentation at the temple after the Bhagavatam class, which happened last week. I don't think it'll be possible without Shamarupa Prabhu's amazing knowledge that he has for Bhagavatam. Thank you so much, Shamarupa Prabhu, for all your hard work with the kids. And we've been doing. Prabhu, you want to just quickly tell about a little bit on what we taught kids this semester?
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Actually, Mataji's patience, so much patience that really taught me. So Youth Club, we have kids coming from like those who are going to high school, that age, or about to go to college. So they have a lot of pressure on studies, but still, they're so much interested. So we studied Bhagavatam for this time, first canto and little bit of second canto. That's what we tried to study. So they did a presentation last week in Vishwakis Prabhu's class. So we have some target to do some presentation as well as study the Bhagavatam in detail. So that's what we are doing. Mataji, you want to say something?
Thank you so much, Shamarupa Prabhu. Thank you, super indebted. I really want to thank all the Vedic Academy teachers, the helpers, everyone who's been part of this wonderful teaching. And I think, as I'm sure all the teachers will agree, we learn a lot every year just teaching them. The more we revise to teach them, the more we understand Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam a lot more. So with that, we actually we come to an end for this particular presentation today. And I want to thank all the parents for all their support and really praying that next year we will actually do it live at the temple in front of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan. I'm going to make a big huge prayer to Madan Mohan because there have been so many glitches, internet, it's not in our hands at all. So I'm really sorry for all the ups and downs, the internet drop-offs and the technicalities, the issues that we had. So thank you so much for all your patience, parents. And we'll see you again. Please don't forget about the gratitude fair that we have next week. And Manjula Kanta Mataji will send out all the details so that it just gets easier. And don't forget to get your tickets for the drama. Thank you all. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, we can actually end the broadcast.